Live. If you're joining us live, great. I'll give people a few seconds to jump in case they're being notified now. Not sure how this. Let's see. What's the best way to do this? Well, I don't want to waste a lot of time on the introduction. I'm doing a live show, so if you're here, great. You can tell me you're here. Leave me a message. If not, no problem. But today, what I want to do, either way, even if you missed the live show, this is still very useful. I like reacting off people, bouncing off people, but if no one's here, I'll just bounce off myself. So anyway, these are top 10 words in Japanese that I can never remember, that I always have trouble remembering. Now, of course, I can remember a lot of these now, but these are words that typically have caused me problems in the past, and some of them still cause me problems. So I'd like to share these with you. And maybe that will help me remember them as well. The first one, I honestly still have problems with, and that's how do we say World War II in Japanese. Now, world is sekai, and war is senso, and two is ni. So I know the pattern is different. So I always think, okay, it's dainiji, but no, it's sekai dainiji. I always get them mixed up. So anyway, this is how you actually say it. This is how we say it. Dainiji Sekai Taisen. Dainiji Sekai Taisen. Dainiji Sekai Taisen. And if you wanted to talk about after the war, you would say Dainiji Sekai Taisen no ato. No ato. Or no mae would be before. Dainiji Sekai Taisen. But anyway, it's a good word to know because a lot of things, Japan kind of defines, the modern Japan is kind of defined by post-war Japan. We often talk about this Japan, which is different from the Japan that existed before the war. So that's your first one, okay? Dainiji Sekai Taisen. Dainiji Sekai Taisen. Dainiji is a second. Sekai is world. Taisen is big war. Big war. Senso is also war, but Taisen is a huge war. Okay. Number 2, United Nations. United Nations. Now, whenever I teach this, Japanese make the same mistake as I do, which is to think that the first part of it is kokusai. You want to say kokusai because it's international, right? So that part's easy. United is international. So kokusai rengo. Kokusai rengo. Kokusai means international. And Rengo it's an association. So literally, international association. Kokusai Rengo. Kokusai Rengo. That's number 2. And that's a word that, of course, Japan is very interested in because they are one of the countries that comes to the table. They're a major contributor and a participant of the Kokusai Rengo. Number 3 is a word that we often see in the news. And when I try talking about this with students, I haven't joked. This is just one of those words I like to joke, and I can never remember. I can never remember. So it's hard to explain because this doesn't exist in Japan, and that of course is white supremacy. Hakujin Shijou Shugi. Now shugi is a kind of ism ending. Ism. Whenever you have some kind of ism, you end it with shugi. And if you add sha to the end, it would be white supremacist. So let me just show that what that would be like. Now, the interesting thing about this is that some Japanese are kind of confused by this because they don't really think of white as hakujin so much as, but more of white skin, right? Though, of course, they recognize there's a difference, but in Japan, having white skin is a good thing. Where's sha? Just a minute, I'm gonna add some, and this is white supremacist. Ready? This would be we'll call this 3B. White supremacist. Hakujin is white person, a Caucasian, hakujin. Shijo is going up, or up what? She is up. And jo is, she is reaching. And jo is up. And shugisha is ist, I-S-T. So, hakujin, shijo, shugisha is white supremacist. And of course, this is actually a problem right now in the news. It's happening in the news all the time. So it's something that my students don't quite understand. So I just give them this, this translation. Number 4, Number 4 is an ally. And of course, America and Japan are allies, so it's a good word to know. This only works for countries, though. This is domei koku. Koku is country. Also pronounced kuni when it's alone, but when you have it as a combination, as part of a jukugo, as a part of another word, we say domei koku. Domei koku. Do is same. What does main mean? I forgot what main means. Let's look it up. Why not? That's the whole point of doing this thing, to learn about things here. Let's see. This domei is, it means what? What does it mean? Oh, great. I just lost the alliance. Okay. Alliance or oath, promise made. I see. Okay. All right. Sworn friend, may you. That's interesting. So, domei koku, an ally, an allied country, more specifically. Number 5 of my list of words that I cannot remember is immigrant. I can't remember how to say immigrant. And the way we say that is imin. Imin. That's kind of easy to remember because immigrant, imin, an immigrant, like so. An immigrant. Now, when we talk about the immigration problems, we can say imin mondai. And I'll just write that out for you. Imin mondai. Mondai means problem. Mondai desu. Imin mondai. So immigration problem. Imin mondai. Mondai is problem. Chotto mondai desu. It's a very standard meaning of way to say problem, so no big deal there. The next word is kind of, the reason I have trouble with the next word is because it's actually pronounced 2 different ways using the same kanji in opposite positions. Let me show you what I mean. And it's the word for ancestor. And if you put them with the first, notice the kanjis are just flipped, right? You have sosen and senzo. Sosen, senzo, sosen, senzo. And I'm often forget when to pronounce when the S changes to a Z. I sometimes think, is it sozen? Right? No, it's sosen, SS, and senzo. And that's why I have trouble with this particular word, but it's ancestor. So when something bad happens, you can make a joke like, sosen okotterun janai? Your ancestors must be angry. It's just a good word to know. And Japan, of course, is a country where we actually, I say we, but Japanese actually revere their ancestors, I think much more than most cultures do. And they know a little bit more about their ancestors. And Obon has just finished. Obon is a period. It's like a little bit like Day of the what's the Mexican celebration for the Day of the Dead. Yeah. So in Japan, Japanese families will visit their what do you call it? Their graves of their ancestors, right? And just a minute, I'm just Japanese for more. And they'll clean up the graves and they'll pray to them and bring them some food or sake or whatever they're into, right? Okay. So anyway, that is ancestor. And of course, if we're going to learn ancestor, we should learn the opposite. And this is a word I just don't use very often, so I often just forget it because I don't use it a lot. And this word is the opposite of ancestor, which is descendant. And that's shi, son. And if you know any kanji, you'll notice that the first kanji there means child. I think the second one is grandchild. I believe the second kanji there means grandchild. Why don't we double check that? So I think it's actually literally means child and grand. Yeah. Oh, it has a double meaning, grandchild or descendants. So this second kanji here can be pronounced as mago, which is grandchild. Right? And it's the second half of shison, your descendants. Recently, I've been teaching a video from. A lot of my students have Netflix, so I had the script of one of the TV shows, the robot anime called Death, Love, and Robots, the second episode. And in that episode, they talk about the robot's ancestors. It was an Xbot 3 or something, kind of a play on the parody Xbox 3. Okay, the next word is a tricky one, and I'll tell you why in a minute. It's inheritance. Inheritance. So that would be number 8. And I'll tell you why. In Japan, they have, when you travel around Japan, you'll see a lot of interesting places, and they often have signs that will say something like, they will say sekai isan, and that means World Heritage Site. So, just a minute, sekai, like World Heritage Site, like so. Oh, I should give you the reading here. Sekai isan, okay? World Heritage Site. And you'll see these everywhere when you're traveling around Japan. Yes. And let me make sure that's, yes, Sekai-san. World Heritage. It's a World Heritage. Not exactly site, just World Heritage. I guess it doesn't have to be a site. But anyway, Sekai-san is World Heritage. So it's something the Japanese are very proud of. So if you go to any major shrine or temple, like Ise-jingu or something, or just any major tourist attraction. Like I think even Fujisan is considered a World Heritage Site. And notice that Isan here is heritage. But when you talk about money or things that you inherit from your parents, that would be inheritance. But it's the same kanji, right? In this case, by context, the meaning would change to Isan. Isan. Okay. The last one is a funny word that I like to occasionally throw in when I can remember it, and it's the word for deportation in Japanese. Now, sokan is to deport someone, and I've taught the word before in other videos when we talk about. I've done news stories about deporting people, but kyosei, which is forced. Kyosei sokan is forced deportation or forced repatriation, which I think is a nice way to say you're forced to go back to your country and be a patriot. Forced repatriation. And that's kyosei, which means forced, and sokan, which means send back or send away. Send somebody. Sokan, deport somebody. Kyosei sokan. I don't know if it's the same kanji, but I just remembered. Braces are also sometimes called kyosei, but I don't know. Let's see if those are the same. I wonder. Let me see. Kyosei says strong, compulsion, forcing. I don't see anything about braces. It could be it must be different kanji. Let me see. Braces, teeth. Braces. I don't see anything. Uragawa, it's a different. Oh no, it's a different kanji. That's a different kanji. Okay. This is the kanji. Same pronunciation. And these are braces. Did not know that. That's kanji for bridge and correct. Correct bridge. It kind of makes sense, right? So, same pronunciation, but different kanji. Kyosei. Bridge and correct. I believe. No, that's not quite bridge, is it? No. It's part of bridge. What is that kanji that is? That kanji is rectify, straighten and correct. Okay, it's the straighten, not bridge. Anyway, there we go. Okay, there we go. And the last word, which is also a very useful word when you're talking about difficult. These are all, of course, difficult words. This is when you want to say the word controversial. We use this word, giron, which is controversy, ni naru. I've also seen giron o yobu. Let's see if I can bring that up and see if there's any difference. Maybe I'll make that purposely something that I cannot answer now, so I can do the research and come back and do that later. Giron, oops, come on. Why is my computer slow here? Come on. My computer is stuck here. Just a second. There we go. My computer's frozen. Okay, here we go. Giron o yobu, which means to call a controversy. And yeah, it's the same. Giron o yobu. It's the same. I'm not sure which is more common, giron o yobu or giron ni naru. Giron o yobu. Literally, you hear that car? Controversial. And giron ni naru, which is also controversial. Giron o yobu literally means to call a conversation. Okay, so there's a short little lesson for you with 10 words that I have trouble remembering. And I hope this will help me remember. And at the same time, I can share them with you. You can try testing me in future videos. I almost got them under my belt, but of course, you got to repeat, right? I often tell students that learning a language is not thinking about it. It's just repeating it until it comes off smoothly. Giron no yobu, giron no yobu, giron ni naru, giron ni naru, giron no yobu. So let's go through this one more time. Look through the comments there. I've already typed them all up. We got World War II, 第二次世界大戦. We've got United Nations, 国際連合. We've got white supremacy, 白人至上主義, and white supremacist, 白人至上主義者. You'll often see 主義者, remember, as ist. It's a person who is a believer in something. An ally, 同盟国. An immigrant, imin. Ancestor, let me see if I can do this right. Senso and so, no, is that right? Senzo and sosen. That's right. I did it again. Sosen, senzo, with a z sound. Descendant, shison. Inheritance, isan. Deportation or forced repatriation, kyou sokan. And the last one, controversial, giron ni naru and giron o yobu. Narau, yori, nareru. Yes, that's true. Very good. Polly Scone says narau, yori, nareru, which is a great way to say, well, you know what, the way it literally means more than learning, practice. Literally, better than learning is getting used to it. Literally means getting used to something is better than learning it. But the Japanese translation is practice makes perfect. That's how you'll usually see it translated in a dictionary. Practice makes perfect. Narau, yori. And I'll just put this in so people can read it. Narau, yori, nareru. Practice makes perfect. Not my preferred translation, but that's the way when most people see this, narau, yori, nareru, they think practice makes perfect. That's your lesson for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Whenever I have time between classes, I will try to pop on and give you some little mini lesson. And I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, please, you know what to do. Thumbs up, share the video, and come back soon. See you soon. And I'll put all these in the description so you can check those out later. But of course, they're in the comment section too. All right, bye. Thanks for watching, guys.